Hi guys, I'm Jesse at Strobepro.com, and today I'm going to be showing you the L500 Duo LED light. It's a unique light. Let's open the case and see what's inside. So every light's going to come with a nice padded case here. It just protects the light when you're traveling with it, doesn't allow it to bounce around. It's fully zippered there. So inside we've got a couple things. So we've got our wall charger, we've got our remote control, and then of course we have our actual light here, which is the main piece, and just so you can see inside, it is all foam cut, so really nice to use. So right away you're going to notice the unique shape of this light. Now there are similar products on the market that look like this, but this one's a little bit different. You're going to have your barn doors built in right away. And these are rotatable, and I'll show you that in a second. But the cool thing about this light is that half of the light is balanced at 3300 degrees, so you have 258 LEDs on this side. And then when we flip it around, this side is 5600 degrees, and we have another 258 on that side. So there's no mixing or anything on this, it's just either straight on or straight off. Obviously you can adjust the power levels, but that's what makes this light a little bit unique. The other nice thing about this, it has an internal battery, so there's no battery that you have to take out or anything. This battery will run at full power for 2 hours, and you just take your charger here. It's really easy. You're going to plug it into the back port here just with the cable, and it takes about 2.5 hours to charge. So really long run time on this, and let's take a look at the couple other features that we've got. So I mentioned that this barn door can go to the other side. What's nice is that you can control this. So it can either be wide open like this, you can kind of close it down. Some people like to, really do a slit or anything coming out the back. But what you can do, if you put a little bit of pressure down on this section here, you're just gonna kind of push up, it pops off. So either we can have it completely off like this if you just want to go bare and flood the whole area, or when we put that back on, we can just rotate it. So then we're using the barn doors for the other color temperature, either the 33 or the 5600. And again, you can adjust those to however you want. Just make sure I didn't get it all the way on, but just tighten it down and it's ready to go. So I'm going to mount this onto a stand so I can show you the menu system. But first I just wanted to show you this. So you have a 1/4 inch receiver in the bottom of the light here. And that's very useful for running things like if you want to put a spigot in there, we can just screw that directly in, or if we want to put it on a ball head or on our tripod or anything. So that'll just screw in. It gives you some flexibility when you want to mount this to an actual stand. So to power the light on, this center button right in the middle there, we're just going to hold that for 2 seconds. It's going to come on, and you get a couple different things that show up in the menu. So the percentage over here, that's the power of our light. Down here we're indicated which color temperature we're on, so 5600 right now. Then we have a channel and a group, and that's used only if we need to use the remote control, but you'll always see it on the screen no matter what. So probably the most important thing you need to know is how to adjust the power, and it's done very easily. The plus button here and the minus button over here, you just push those. So there's 2 ways I can do it. I can adjust it in 1/10 increments, just like that. Or if I hold the plus or minus button, it'll jump in full stops like that. So we can go quickly either up or down if we hold it like that. So if I want to switch to the other side, what I would do is I would just push the mode button. So now I've flipped over to the 3300 degree LEDs. We'll flip that around in a second to show you that color. But same thing, you would just adjust them either up or down with the plus or minus like that. So really quite simple. That's as difficult as it gets to control the power on there. So if we want to use the remote control, we're going to be interested in the channel and the group. Those are indicated right over here. So first of all, what we need to do is just set a group. Now you have A, B, C, D, E, and F, so 6 groups. Now you only need to choose one of these. So the reason why you would have different groups is because if we had multiple lights, let's say we were using 2 of them on the background and we wanted them both to adjust at the same time, we would set them both to group A. But if we wanted them to adjust differently, we would set one on A, one on B, and if we had extras, C, D, whatever you wanted. So that's the way that we would use the grouping function. Channel, they always have to be the same. So you have 16 channels, you're just gonna choose one of them. So let's go ahead and set a group. So I'm just gonna set this, you'll push it, you'll see it start flashing. I use the plus and the minus. I can flick through them wherever I want. But I'm gonna go back, I'll just set that to B for right now. So I can hit the enter button here, which is the power button if I want, or it's gonna lock in automatically. So now I'm gonna go set my channel. I push it once, push it again, you'll see channels start to flash there, and I can scroll through all the different channels that I want. I'll just use channel 1 here, hit the enter button, and now we're locked in there. So just like we did on the light itself, we need to set the group and the channel on the actual remote. So the way that we do that, very similar to the other one, is we push the channel group button, and then I can use the plus and minus to flip through the different groups. And you'll see that the settings in there will actually lock in. So if we turn a group of lights off, they're still gonna be saved in there. So if I wanna set the channel now, I just push the group channel button again, and I use the plus minus, and that's going to go through and allow me to set whatever channel I want. So to lock that in, I can just push the middle set button there, and we're good to go. So to change the color temperature on this, it's a little bit different because this LED Duo only has either 33 or 56. Once we're on 56, we can adjust that power. You can see it obviously getting brighter, and if I hold this plus button down, it goes brighter. We're only on 35%. We'll wash out the whole scene there on the camera, but it goes faster, as you can see. But if I want to change the actual to the 33, I'm going to hit the set button and adjust the color temperature down. So I'm going to go down and you'll see this flip off. So it flipped off and it actually isn't off. It just switched it to the other side. So now we're on 3300 on the other side. And you can lock that in that way. Or again, if I want, hit the set button and I'll just hold that down. Bring it up past the 56. It doesn't matter where I can go. It'll actually lock it in there for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And I can hit the set button, lock it in, and that's really as easy as it is to control this. So I can even turn this off now with the power button. That'll turn our overhead light on that we're using for this video actually as well. But you can see it's really easy to control just like that. Okay guys, I've taken the barn door off the LED Duo here, and I just want to show you the kind of throw pattern and what it's going to look like in the actual room. So this is at full power on the 5600. Obviously we have none of the LEDs on the back here and it's just bare. This will flare the camera, but just to show you there. And you can see on the back wall here, it really lights it up really nicely, either going vertically or horizontally. A lot of people think this is just going to have a really narrow beam, but it actually really tends to throw quite wide. And especially now we can throw the barn door on like we showed before, and just get that on there, line it up, and now we can start to control that spill even more. So I can narrow that beam down, as you can see on the back, so we can get it really quite tight if we want to. So a lot of guys like this for like underlighting cars, or overhead lighting, or even doing like green screen. It works really well for it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off again, and we'll just flip this to the other color temperature. So if I just hit the mode button here, so now we're at 25%. I'm going to bring that up to full power. Now we're at our 33, so obviously you can see quite a difference here, how warm that is. But it's a nice light if you want to match, some incandescent lights that you have around in the room. And again, once we put that barn door back on, we just flip it around, So it's on this side now, and we can again control that spill really tight there, narrow that beam way down. Some people, if you don't want any spill coming out of the back, you can throw a piece of gaff tape on the back, and that seems to really work quite well. So guys, I've shown you everything really there is to know about this L500 Duo LED light. It's got great run times. You're going to get 2 hours again out of a single charge at full power. If you're not using it at full power, obviously you'll get a lot more. And the nice thing is you don't have to worry about that battery. It's self-contained, super easy to charge again. You just plug in the adapter here straight into the wall and you'll charge that up. You don't have to take anything out or screws or anything like that to change the battery, which is nice. And what I really like about this light is that you can get it into unique places that you can't get a traditional panel into. And it gives you a unique throw as well, as I showed you with the barn doors and that. And you can really reach it into some hard to reach areas. So check out the L500 Duo at Strobepro.com along with all our other products, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest news and updates. And until next time, I'm Jesse.